Jam in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now ETN to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, ETN. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. ETN once more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. The Jaguars at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5. Lawrence. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And Ingram holds it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Etienne up the middle. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing on 2nd down. Lawrence looking end zone for Jones. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Lawrence. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? He was really on a big leg. How about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does...
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Come on, set.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. This is caught. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On the stick.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. Touchdown! Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The final shot here before half for Carr. Going up top. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Agnew now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, right back to ETN. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's a give to Etienne. It's a window maneuver. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Working with 2nd and 5 now. To throw his Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon copy. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. 6-18. On 2nd and 10, Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them is the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Carr now to throw. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st down, Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with ETN. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Ready.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Really symptomatic of how this game's been going.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were hunting in the 2nd half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football is all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for the Jags, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.